First, you need to identify who your target market is going to be. Like, who is the person that you could serve the best?
Leaders.
That's very vague. There's leaders across all industries.
True. Very true. Yes, you're right.
It's going to help you really kind of narrow in that focus on like the niche that you want to target, right?
Yeah.
Because what I hear you saying, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that it sounds as if you've been in cybersecurity for quite some time and your proficiency is cybersecurity / tech.
Yes.
Your passion is psychology. And so that's what I hear you saying.
You're dang on right.
Okay.
Yes.
So there is absolutely an intersection between cybersecurity and psychology. Like that. Very easy. Like that's not a problem at all. The question though is, who is the market that would be something that they would desire? That's the optimal question. That's the starting point, because once we can identify who the person is that you're going to help, well, now we can craft offers around how to help that person, right? Because one of the things that, one of the things that you're doing, I heard you say that the majority of what you're doing, although yes, you said cybersecurity, it sounds like the majority of what you're doing is website development.
Currently, yes. Currently, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So I mean, with website development, it's like there is, even in just that, there is so much that there's so much that we can do in just that, because then I would go into like, okay, well, what is the purpose of a website? Right? So if I was to ask you, let's just say, what would you say is the purpose of a website?
Information to find somebody.
Information to find someone. That's what you would say is a website?
Yeah, the website will serve as the yellow pages of your life, or information to get what you do. So the website or your website should actually have a summary of what you do.
Interesting. Okay. Would you like to know what my answer would be to that question?
Please.
A website is a presentation in your pocket.
Oh, okay.
Right. Even with what you just said about the information and it's a presentation. Whenever we're going on, whenever you give somebody a presentation, whether it's a discovery presentation, sales presentation, teaching presentation, sermon, whatever, right? What are we doing? We're presenting information in a sequential way that allows their mind to understand who we are, what we're about, and how we can help. It's a presentation in your pocket.
Yes, you're correct. Okay.
And so it's like, so even with that though, right? So that's what a website is, but then I would go a step further. It's like, okay, well, what is the purpose of a website? Because you can have a website, okay, you have your information there. This is how most people use their websites. You just have your information there. So people come, they can see your information. Beautiful. Then what?
Correct.
Most people don't have any kind of lead capture.
Correct.
So they don't have anything that's going to allow somebody to give them their contact information so that they can start to build the email list.
Correct.
Because really that's the point of all of this, right? To get contact information, in exchange, it's information for information, right? Yes. You're giving them information about who you are, what you can do, how you can help. They're giving you information about how to contact them, right? And so, and the idea is that, like the website, what it does is that it is the mechanism that is used to capture signals of interest. So somebody, they see your information, they see your content, they're like, oh, hey, I like what this person's talking about. How can I get in contact with them? How can I take a step closer to them, right? That's what the website does. It's a mechanism that allows people to signal interest. And then after that, that interest is signaled. So somebody comes into your website, they opt in. Well, it's like, okay, well, what do we do with that now? Then that's when we go and we start talking about building out nurture sequences and building out value ladders, building out offers, and right? So now we go from talking about being just a technician, where it's just like, oh, well, I'm just a person that, you know, I can fix your websites and, you know, do the, you know, your SPF and your DMARC and all of that kind of stuff, you know, making sure that it's secure. We go from just talking about that to now we're talking about, well, actually, this is just the front door for your entire business model.
Correct.
Right. So now we're talking about, okay, well, now we can restructure your business model, because now we can do nurture sequences. We can do, there's countless many things that we can do, right? We can do all different types of offers. We can have websites. Even for me, one of mine is just a low ticket offer, like the website that I showed you. Yeah, that's my book funnel, right? Yeah. Just a low ticket offer. And it's a way to get people into my ecosystem cheaply so that I can ascend them up my value ladder, up to my core offer and up to my premium value offers, right? That's business model. When we start talking about how we structure offers so that people can go from $11 to $100 to $1,000 to, you see what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Right.
Makes sense.
Since you're already doing cybersecurity and you're already, you know, dealing with websites and stuff like that. I mean, this is simply just positioning at this point. So this is my whole methodology. Like my entire methodology centers around really just positioning, specifically just, again, people like us that you know are in the IT industry. We understand, you know, the various aspects of it, and it's just like, okay, how do we get out of just the technician role to the trusted advisor, the strategic advisor, right? Like it's and essentially like the apex of my methodology is we essentially want to go from like technician, which is like the lowest level, all the way up to strategic partner. And so a strategic partner is what I would say is essentially like the highest level, because at that point, I'm a partner, right? Yes, you're a partner. You're coming to me for, I have a product that I've been thinking about. How do we build this out? Or how do we this? How do we that? You know, right? Versus, okay, well, this is what we're doing. I just go and put these products on my site. Two completely different, which means that also two completely different prices. Because if all I'm doing is putting some products, or you know, I'm just changing your website, it's only so much you're gonna pay me a month for that, right?
True, very true.
Once we start talking about business model restructuring, well, now that I'm a strategic partner, I'm getting paid 10, 20, 50, 100,000 a month, right?
I get it.
While money, yes, it was my motivation when I originally got started, going into employment, and then even to an extent, going when I first embarked on entrepreneurship. But it was actually more of an awareness, and this is going to the point that you were making, that was when I was really starting to learn, and now I understand that, like what we were talking about, like money, it's of importance in this world. Yes. But the importance is here. Like it's not, because what we understand, those of us that are sons of the king, that's right? What we understand is that the source of money, what people call riches, is actually, so like it's there's a framework for it. So there's riches here. Yep. Above that is wealth. Correct. So wealth is the source of riches. Correct. But the source of wealth is wisdom. It is. Wisdom is the principal thing. That's right. Therefore, get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. Understanding. Yep. And so once I understood that, I mean, that's a principle. So once I understood that, it was like, oh, okay. Well, wisdom, she is the mother of all things. Yep. Therefore, in having her, she will provide me with wealth, which then is the source of all riches. That's right. So it's like, oh, so I'm actually not doing this for money at all. Like money is just, it's actually just a byproduct.
That's right. Exactly.
I'm doing this for wisdom. You asked me about how to go from technician to strategic partner.
Yes.
My framework is strategic. That's why you hear me say strategic so many times, because that is my actual framework. S.T.R.A.T.E.G.I.C. That's my framework. So the S stands for shift your identity.
Yeah.
Because everything starts with identity.
Very correct. I believe you 100%.
People are only going to see you the way that you see yourself.
Yes, very correct. Very correct.
Anything that you put behind I am, you're infusing with your identity, right? That is your essence. That is your nature. Why? Well, because when Father introduced himself to Moses, what is the name that he gave to Moses?
I am that I am.
Right. I am that I am. It's like, so, okay, because Moses asked him, like, who shall I say sent me? He said, which is, it's Yahweh. It's actually, so if we just want to, okay, let's be correct. It's actually Yod He Vav He. That's his proper name.
Yes.
We transliterate that as Yahweh.
Yeah.
Right. And what it means is I am, and then it's like a blank space, and that's where we get the I am that I am, because it's like, because he's I am the one that decorated the heavens, and that that sprinkled the stars, and I am that I am. So that's what it means, right? That's what. So anything that we, just like, because we're made in his image and likeness.
Correct.
So anything that we put behind I am, we are infusing with our identity. So you'll hear people say, "Oh, I am stupid." Ooh, I strongly recommend you don't do that.
No, correct.
Like you hear people say, "Oh, I'm so."
Correct.
I would advise you not do that. Right?
Correct.
Because that's a lot. You're infusing that with your actual identity, your essence, like who you are, your makeup, your nature.
Yes.
Right? Because in Hebrew, names reveal nature. Even with Father, each one of his names reveals an aspect of his nature. Right? Rapha reveals that he's a healer. Right? Yes. Jireh reveals that he's the shepherd, the provider, right? Shalom, he's the one that peace, right? El Roy, you are the God who sees me, right? Yeah. So it's like each one of his names reveals his nature. It's the same thing for us.
Wow.